video was about Stagville Plantation in Durham, basically just like the history and how enslaved people lived there. And
I would say the most challenging thing was finding records, like the enslaved people, and more focusing on their stories and trying to find their history. Being able to tell the story and it being us speaking over it.
It took like 2 months to make that video.
We are the cast and crew of The Mascot Mystery. It's basically kind of like a short film, kind of like a skit about our school mascot, obviously, and it's a skit where he goes missing and we have to call on a eccentric French detective to figure it out.
I just loved every moment that I was on set. I didn't have to wear the Falcon suit.
I enjoyed being Mr. Albright. That was a lot of fun.
I really liked filming the interrogation scenes. It was a lot of fun.
I liked all the funny clips that we accidentally made, like while filming it.
I really enjoyed the process of writing it, and like when we would come up with new jokes to put in, and like we were like, oh, it's gonna be so hard to make that work, but we were gonna have to figure it out because it would make sense.
This was supposed to be like a Halloween special video, and obviously it's January, so I'd say like over a month, yeah.
My most ambitious project ever was making those 2 stop-motion films.
The most challenging thing about making a video out of a podcast is finding enough pictures and clips. There's about like 100 clips and pictures on this project.
So I got the idea for Falcons on the Street from a little series I've done before, and it's basically we just go around, ask people random questions, and it ends up being really funny. We started adding in some like interesting intros, so we'd put like clips with no sound and then put music over it, and the editing got better and it just kind of got more funny over time.
But the concept for our video was basically a project kind of discussing the alternative music scene.
Shedding a light onto the community of which I'm a part of and which I love so much.
My favorite moment has to be when we were down in the basement. The basement, home to many rare creatures of Jordan High School. Unicorns, werewolves, seniors in first period. We didn't actually know where the horse was. Our character didn't know, we didn't know either.
Be able to like see someone else's vision and kind of help bring that to life. I think it was cool to like collaborate in that way.
Height check, we would just go around asking people their heights to see if they'll lie, because that's a common theme. And then we'll measure them after they will say their height without them knowing. And it would be like 75 to 80% of them lying about their height. Just interacting with people and meeting new people.
We did 2 classroom tours, or we've done 2 so far. I think I'm most proud of being able to showcase like the teachers' lives at Jordan and just kind of provide an inside view of like what they do and their space. The most challenging part of the mic'd up was probably just like knowing if we got enough like good footage, like knowing when to record and when not to record.
Bryce did a really good job. I feel like he kind of had the idea in his head too, and he knew what we were looking for.
That's weight room, bro.
It was edited together really well. I felt like this wasn't the first time we've done this before.
The Women in Sports series was just, episodes highlighting women who play sports here at Jordan and history of women in sports. The history of women in sports, that was pretty hard. It felt like we were doing like a school research paper, so that was kind of, yeah. Coach Robinson, the girls basketball coach, definitely that video. That was really fun and funny. Definitely highlighting Addie for winning states. That was like big, and yeah.
Basically, we would just have people like Jaden and Javon go on there, and there would be kind of like tic-tac-toe like grids where there'd be like 2 teams, and you had to connect the player that played for those 2 teams. And if you got it right, you got the square. But they're both pretty funny guys, so they made it more entertaining.
Sorry, I burped. Definitely.
That's going in there.